but you're perfect for me. You're all that I need. No matter what we go through, you gon' still be my girl. And every moment we spend, I will cherish this. All of my dreams came true. Maybe when you said I do. So when tomorrow is through, I'll still be loving you. It's true love.
All right. Thank you. Streaming. I'm live. Good. Good. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Instagram? What's up, TikTok? What's up, Facebook? Yeah. Instagram is on. I know. Yeah, I know where we are. I didn't feel like it happened. Okay. Put your pen and paper out. Put your pen and paper. Take my time with that. Some people always rushing. Always rushing. Okay. Now, I used to teach like this once a week. I think it was a Tuesday. I would teach my students. It was lights back then. I had like 201 time in there hanging out. At one time, it was over 600. And then it started becoming less. It narrowed down to 30. Start weeding out the people that wasn't serious. But I'm gonna take my time over here. We don't have a lot of people on this section over here because this section here, Kareem Media, used to be a crypto channel on YouTube, and I suggest everybody on TikTok. It's a link that my moderator gonna put on there. If you want to know how to start a business the right way, head over to Kareem Media, my YouTube channel. I'll be building. I'm putting the Lego blocks together. I'll be dropping a lot of gems and videos over there. Multiple videos a week and live stream like you're getting right now. One live stream, multiple videos a week, teaching you steps and how to scale. Not just teaching you how to start a business and the steps I took, but I'm also, there go TikTok again, telling me to swipe. I'm also teaching individuals how to market. I'm not going to just leave you over the cliff, have you jacked and you lost and you don't know what to do. I wish I had the things that I'm about to teach you back in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then I jumped the end of 2016. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years struggling because I didn't know what to do. And wasn't nobody really teaching like that. At least I didn't know. So let me give you my steps that I did. Okay. Slow down and engage with people a little bit in here. How you doing, Miss Savvy D? You always showing up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to reach out to you. We got to talk. You know I'm saying, what's up, man? Mr. Benji in the house. What's up, man? Okay, you paying attention. No, we're not talking about crypto over here, just in case y'all thinking we are. He said peace in the chat. There we go. Global Gallus. Okay. This channel right here is low views. We should go live on YouTube so they can understand why it is. You think I should do that? Let me know in the moderator. Should I just add Foresight's live to let them know that they might not be catching it, that they got to be over here. So if they want to know, because all of my herbologist members and ones that want to be a herbalist, they're over there on the Foresight Life channel. Yeah, Miss Savvy D, appreciate you. She said, what you say? What you about to say, moderator? Talk to me. Appreciate you, Mrs. Savvy D. No, I posted it. She said, no, she posted it. She ain't giving nobody no more love. She already did it. I posted it 4 times. They need to get it. Wow. My moderator's going to be playing around here. Anyways, let me click on this right here. Let me check. Because you have to understand, it's difficult getting people to get it now. Now, let me see. Let me check something real quick. Let me click on there. Because I don't like live streaming just for nothing. That ain't bad. 6 is watching. Oh, my God. That's horrible. This channel needs to get more juices and berries. You see why I need to post over there? They need to know where to go. Okay. We're going to do the steps. And what we're going to do, Mrs. My moderator, what we're going to do is I want you to take the live when it's over and post it over there, the link, so they can click and go over there after this is done. That's how we'll do it. Okay. Does that sound like a plan? Is that good? I know we delayed, so she going to hit me later. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So here's what we do. This is a little bit better anyway, because it's a little bit more intimate. Less than 10 people up in here. But over here and TikTok, they come in and out. 62 people, they come in and out. Might have about 10 people, really about 10, because you see 65. Whatever you see in that corner number, they just coming in and out. They ain't really staying. So anyways, let me show you individual right here. Thank you, people, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Share the live. Good looking out the ones out there. What's up, Yo Cannon? You up in here? Okay. Here's what I want y'all to understand. The steps I took, so I won't waste your time because I got to talk about some of these topics right here. We're going to spend a little time. And if some of y'all got some questions, I'm going to answer. Okay. I'm not trying to be in here no 2+ hours, but a little over an hour is all right. Okay. But check this out. The first thing I did, and I want you guys to follow me and stay in here because I'm going to show you how to scale. That channel, Kareem Media, is for the purpose of individuals wanting to make, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but the highest I got, and I kind of took the brakes off and relaxed. I got the highest was 70 to 80 grand, $80,000 a month consistently for like 2-3 years, not about 4 years straight before the situation hit in 2020. But when they started wanting to give everybody that in their arms. Okay, we just say it like that because they don't like me even talking about at all. So don't put nothing in the comments so we'll get this channel striked. So anyways, back in the day, you don't need that type of money to survive in business. A lot of business owners are on the slow lane and they haven't really crossed over. And people that want to be business owners, they're really not. When I say slow lane, they're slow here, not understanding the full. And myself, I got caught up in there too, not knowing the bigger picture. But I didn't really come in trying to make no 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a year. Did not. No, I did not. 70 grand. I didn't have a number. So there are things you want to take care of that you can, but it is a good flex. But after I crossed over, I started realizing what is necessary and what things you need to stay out of the way. That's a different video in itself. That's why you need to be plugged into Kareem Media so I can talk about business. They're not allowing individuals to talk about a cluster of things on one channel. No, they want you to niche down. So first step is this, okay? I found my passion. Okay, TikTok, Facebook. I really don't have a lot of Facebook, Instagrams yet, but even on Kareem Media. So I'm gonna probably be facing TikTok and the members over here and the YouTube world, Kareem Media. Y'all gonna have to build up before I start looking at you. Okay. But anyways, I started my passion. I found my passion. And I want you to find your passion. In order to start a business, a lot of people get it confused thinking that they have to create a passion. No. The greatest thing you could do, I got 2 individuals. One is here in Phoenix and one is in Cali. I think one is watching me now in Phoenix. The other one in Cali, he ain't watching. I'm supposed to have a one-on-one with him in a minute. They both deal with, they love. I'm talking about they live, eat, breathe cars. They know the engine. They know it inside out. That's their lane. They live it for real in real life. They're just not, it's just not an accident. That's part of their life. That's what my passion was. My passion was herbology, herbs. Before I knew the word herbology, before I knew the word natural healer, I was in my mid 30s. Yeah, I'm in my mid 30s, coming up on my late 30s, because I'm 52 now. So I was trying to find me, but I came across two of my aunties on my side, one on my queen, my wife's side. They were going through heavy situation with Mr. C. Okay, you know what that is. Can't even say that word on these social, but really these medical, they don't like us talking about nothing, especially from already branded. I'm branded and I'm well known in the whole holistic space, so I got to watch what I say. Okay, only way I'm gonna be able to get loose is finish my doctorate degree. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Two of my aunties were going through major situation, and I mean, when I say close aunties, press 1 in there if you have any family members that's really close. You have a lot of them, but there's some that are close and pillars that it pains you if they leave too early. Press 1 if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay? I need you to understand. Okay? Yeah, okay. Clothes. You hit me. Appreciate it. Good looking. Yes. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. Good looking. Y'all paying attention. Good looking. That's what happened to me. Someone real close to me was going through it. One was secret, and we didn't know nothing. Next time they know, by the time they get down there, it's too late. They're going through the stage that's aggressive, and it's less than a couple weeks. That was heartbreaking. Thinking about it now. Now, the other one, I was able to spend time with her. And I started finding out that things wasn't working. Her eyes was yellow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hair falling out. And really weak after they come back from where they was having their treatment. And then when they would get back, I got a chance to see it. I would drive from California all the way to Arizona. I would come down there and stay in a hotel. I was kind of like, I was out there in Cali. I was unemployed. So I was collecting unemployment, but the check was so fat, I didn't really need to, because my job I originally had was over. I was making about 10, 12, sometimes $14,000 a month as a cell site, installer. With your cell phones and whatnot that you got and everything, I'm installing the Ericsson boxes and the cell boxes and the Cisco boxes, up there doing these things like this. And they were paying mad cash, putting on my signal. Turn financial. It is on. My way is sitting right there. It must have to be showing on yours, but I don't know how to do it. But it's showing right here. So anyways, I was dealing with, it's on. It's showing on mine. So going through that situation and making that type of money, I had to, when I quit the job, not for her, but I quit the job for my queen situation. Everybody be lifing and be going through situation all the time. And whatever they're going through on a regular basis, it's already on, moderator. I can't turn it on and off. Again, let me turn it off and do it one more time. So I'm sorry. My moderators be protecting me. So I got to do what I'm supposed to be saying. So let me go over here and turn it off and turn it on again. Bam. So on your end, ain't showing. You see it now. Okay. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Making that type of money, I quit the job because I quit it because I wanted to relocate out to Arizona because me and my queen were on the same place and I wanted to be close to my son. As I got out there, I'm dealing with her auntie, which became my favorite auntie. Now I'm trying to assist and help her go through it. and I'm seeing all the trauma that she's going through. I see it for myself. And I always had a fascination for herbology, for herbs, for plants. I've always had a fascination in understanding my body, the organs, the glands, things that they don't teach you in school. I had a major passion for that, okay? But I didn't know where to go. So me going and helping her out, it made me seek more because I saw the pain on her face. I saw the weakness and fatigue when she come back from her treatments. I had to deal with that. So I would drive down there more to see my son and see her. I would go to her house. She would let me in and I would be able to sit with her hours and hours outside and inside to assist and help her, see if I can give her a few more days, a few more weeks, a few more months, and hopefully give her a few more years. But man, I'm not going to talk about it because there's some family members probably up in here on one of these platforms listening to me watching. They always your greatest haters, family. So hello, haters. Trying to get a few more. Let me know if you want to sign up. Anyways, like Cat Williams said, you need to wake up in the morning and find some more haters because they're going to elevate you anyway. I appreciate you. Back to what I was saying. I was going through it, trying to assist her. They know what happened that I couldn't go on any further. Let's just say she went the other way, heavy, going to get that type of heavy treatment. And I knew I couldn't compete with that in the family. And I knew I was a young natural healer, young herbologist, young with my business. I didn't know what to turn. I wasn't a heavy authority figure. So what am I going to be able to say or do? What? So trying to try out some apricot seeds, trying to try out to tell them to get out in the sun, tell them to stay away from the food. It was almost like I had to move in with her in order to help her, heavily help her. I don't think they was going to let me move in. And that's how serious I wanted to help her. But I remember the moment and the last day I saw her, these words she said to me. She said, let the anger go. Man, she said, let the anger go. She was in her bed saying, let the anger go. You gave me a lot more time. I need you to forgive everybody and forgive yourself. You helped me. That stuck with me. And the hidden auntie in another state being so private, not wanting nobody to know what they was going through and just to remember them the way it was, I understood it. She at least let some family members just go see her siblings, that's it, so they could say goodbye. I'm like, what? So, and they were young. They wasn't even in their 70s, 80s, 90s. What are we talking about here? So that fueled my passion. Number one, find your passion. Okay? Find your passion. Number two, I found mine. That was it. I said, this is it. I'm going to save some people. I'm not pulling no punches with these clowns in these white coats, the one that's running them and making them be clowns. Okay? Because I know they ain't started out this way. I know it wasn't a dream to just do this effortry. I know it wasn't. So I said, I'm going to actually, I see it's going to be a battle against the machine. What they create, they billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars they make every single year off of just keeping everybody on them Skittles. That was my actual passion. Check, that's done. Okay, find your passion. That's number one. Get it in. Number two, find yourself a teacher. You ain't got to pay for no teacher. Okay, press 1 if you following along. I don't want to be wasting my time. I need to know if I have at least a 2 or 3 in the back row that's listening. You know what I'm saying? I need to see if there's a few in the back. Okay. Karen said she feel me. All right. Savvy D. Yeah. Okay, good. We got some people. Good looking. Okay. Good looking. Okay. So appreciate the ones paying attention. Number 2, find yourself a teacher. Found myself a teacher that could teach me. And what I did was I watched teachers for free. And I'm telling you, is back then it was less than 100 online. And at that time I was a heavy watcher on YouTube. Appreciate y'all pressing 1. Good looking in the YouTube world as well as TikTok. I was a heavy watcher, a professional educated learner online. So as I'm watching, and I'm watching Queen of Fu. From y'all probably know her name. I'm watching Dr. Sabi. No, you know his name. I'm watching Layla Africa. Ooh, he has some heavy teaching. I'm watching Tahuti Ma'abra. I'm watching Tony Pasella. Probably don't know who he is because he's white. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm watching Christopher Morris. I'm watching Dr. Morris. Okay. I'm watching John Christopher. I got names. Okay. I'm watching them all. And I'm like, I'm trying to learn. I don't care what color you is. I want to be taught. Because I need to find a teacher because I can't afford you. I can't pay for you. I can't pay for that one-on-one, that coach. I ain't got it. I'm kind of like, I'm unemployed. Trying to make things work out with my queen in another state. Because she migrated away from my state to her family and took my boy with her. I don't know malicious stuff. This is where we're going. This is what we agreed upon. I said, nah, I don't want to go. So now I left my job that's paying $12,000, $14,000, collecting unemployment from another state, but living in the state of Arizona as long as I can. So I'm like, okay, I got to make all my money count. So I'm watching teachers in 2011, 2012, 2013, around 2011. Nope, 2013, I decided to pay for my first teacher. I waited for my tax return. I said, I need somebody that I need to pay for. I found one locally in Phoenix, $500. Got there, they just teaching me tinctures. They teaching me how to turn plants into tonics. Okay, good class, but I need to understand the organs. I need to understand the glands in the body. I need to be able to go on the road or online and teach this, okay? Because I don't want another auntie in somebody else's family to pass away for something that they could have done and saved themselves on their own if they had the knowledge. Because my passion was few. Oh, yeah, I was mad at the engine. So I was fueled with that passion. So I'm like, I got to pay because these other teachers around here, that's just free stuff. I think they gatekeep. They're not trying to give me no information. So my tax return came around 2013. Everybody know that tax return going to be fat. So my tax return was about $2,800. And Tahuti Ma'ara had a sale for 50% off. 50% off. I'm like, that's on his products. I used to get the Bladderwrack sea moss for my son. And he had that kind that was in like a jar this size. And then I would put 2 to 4 scoops in the actual, I can't go into details because they strike that channel when I was showing people how to make it for their babies. I would shake it up, boom, boom, and he would be strong. I mean, when I say he was sucking it down, he wasn't worried about no taste. He was getting in, add a little bit of stevia, and he was a wrap. It was a wrap. Bam, and he was a baby. He was getting strong off that. I would order that all the time, that actual Bladderwrack sea moss. It really wasn't even Bladderwrack. It was straight up sea moss only. Sea moss, not even Bladderwrack, just sea moss. Giving him that, and then I started mixing my own when I ran across Dr. Sabi. So as me actually finding a teacher, I said, nah, he ain't got no 50% off on this course. It's probably just for the product. I went course, look at all his hundreds and hundreds of products he had. I went to courses and looked, and I was like, $750. It was $1,500 past what I could afford. I'll never forget when I said, I'm going to invest in me. I know y'all didn't invest in a lot of people, and you just like feel like it's a joke and it's like ridiculous. I spent that $750, and that was the greatest amount. I knew then that it was worth it, but I am not the type to spend no money and not do nothing with it. So a lot of people do that. I did that back in the day, and then this, because life be jacking you up. But I like to get my profit back. Press 2 if you want to get your return back. You know what I'm saying? When you invested in something. I'm not lining you up for no upsell. I'm talking about some real true steps. This ain't what this is. Okay? Press 2 if you like to get a return on your money. Yeah. Okay, good looking. People press it 2. So you don't want to you just don't want to just invest in something and let life beat you up and you forget about your passion. You forget about what you started this all for. What did you do? What are we doing? That. So I'm glad that so good looking. So I invested, I picked that $750, and I was in class, just like some of my students be in class when they did way back in the day when they took my herbal class. Kareem wouldn't even show his screen. I just had it off. and listening, taking notes. He sent a pamphlet and a book out with the whole little details, understanding the herbs, understanding the body, what it attached to each herb, understanding the glances, understanding that I have to give it to him. He was thorough. He would sit there in his robe, sometimes his shower or bathrobe, and sit there and teach with a t-shirt on. I'm like, really? And I would watch him though. Like, what am I going to say? I wasn't counting pockets. I'm trying to learn. And I knew he knew what he was talking about. I want so much so I've learned from him. I took a trip all the way down to Pasadena to meet him. Was so happy to just take a picture with this person that was actually living his passion and changing lives and teaching people. Start seeing him on the conscious channels, like I can't think of Sarnetta. Saw him on that one. And I saw him on some other conscious channels that he would be on and whatnot. I'm like, wow, I never wanted to be on them channels. I had a shot, not that particular one, or a few of them, but I'm like, nah, that ain't my thing. I'm good. So I didn't want to, but I got a chance to see him, and I'm like, man, I just want to meet him one day. And now I paid my money, invested in myself. I'm gonna take it. So after I took that class, I felt I know enough. Took a class out here in Phoenix. Took his class. He was a lot more thorough. I'm like, now I know how to make the tonics. I know what they attach to with the body. I know how to actually stay within the safe way of actually helping people. That's what counts. A lot of people make that mistake, and they literally just don't understand how to stay safe. He even taught me how to protect myself from the machine, from FDA. I can't even say the three little letter words because they be getting upset and mad and be hitting little back end. Last one I talked about my health video just recently yesterday, they hit me with a small little notification strike in the back of TikTok. Not YouTube, but over here. I'm like, really? Damn. All I did was mention blah, blah, blah. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I found my passion, and I found one teacher. That was my first teacher, Tahuti Madra. Changed my life. Now that was step 2. We going to step 3. People type in the comments, because we're going to go all the way into step 11. People type in the comments that you're paying attention. We on step 3. I don't want to move too fast. People always talking about I'm talking too fast, but sometimes I feel you listening too slow. Okay. Let's give me 2 or 3 people to say they 3, and I'm moving forward. There we go. Glove is paying attention. Good looking. Yes, I learned a lot from you, Kareem. Good looking, Glove. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Good. I'm moving forward. Get it in. My gut 3. He clouded. That's good looking. That's how I felt when I flew into AZ to see you. Oh, it was Kimberly. We did talk to you. I did see you one-on-one. Yeah, that was a good meetup, Kimberly. That was real cool. And the cool thing about it is the people that I went to go see and we went to go see at this seminar, they didn't even know who I was. And when I saw them and saw how they was doing their seminar, they didn't do it correctly to me, but who am I to judge? I'm just Kareem. Anyways, back to what I was saying. But shout out to Kim. Me and her have a long history back in the day. Okay, so number 3. That's only 10 over here, right here. It's only 10. Let me make sure I scratch this out. Let me see here. Number 3 was get money to invest. I had to get money to invest. Okay. Yep. I had to get money. I didn't know where I was going to get my money. Now, of course, that $750, I got it from my, to invest into the class, but I needed money now because in my head, there was no ChatGPT. There was no TikTok. Let's keep it real. Okay. Nobody was teaching people how to use social media platforms to make money. Not really on all this Instagram, Facebook. Nobody was teaching like that. So I was trying to figure out, how to get money. My teacher, the Tahuti Madra, didn't say that. But I'm watching people on YouTube. That was my main spot I was watching. You need $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 to start your business. And most businesses in their first year, they fall and fail. But I'm still trying to get money. So I know I need $5,000+. So what did I do? I went and started That's wrong though. I went and started an LLC, no, a corporation for the purpose of getting a lot of money. Some of it was to leave this country. The other one was to start my business. And I needed some crazy amount in my head, like 150K to leave to 200,000 to leave, but at least about $50,000 to start my herbal business. 50,000. So it was a lot of misconception here, thinking I needed a lot of money to start a business. In my mind, I needed a brick and mortar, a store, a brick and mortar. And I had to get approved with a business license, and the city and the police department have to come down. That's true. But in my mind, I had to have this brick and mortar setup in order to make money, because I'm just going to teach online and make money from my brick and mortar. Ain't nobody going to pay me online. So I'm like, forget them. I'm going to teach online for people to how to save their family members. But I'm going to actually spend money and invest and get money from a business loan or a credit card to open up my business, I found out a whole lot that I was wrong here. Oh my God. Okay. So I'll tell you, I got me an American Express card that was about 5 G's. My queen took out money from a 401k that was about 5 G's. I got some money from a U.S. bank that was about 10 grand. I got another card that was Chase Bank, 2,500, another 2,500. I got a Capital One card. It's okay, good looking. I got a Capital One card. So I'm got credit cards now. I'm ready to go. But I needed 50K, but it wasn't no 50K. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and spend $5,000 on herbs. I spent I'll never forget that I must have bought up every herb that was at Mountain Rose. Y'all familiar with that? Mountain Rose, I bought up every herb they had. And I mean, I was buying pounds. I didn't even know what a pound was. That's crazy. I'm like, damn. And found out how you make the tonics and put them together. I'm like, I got too many pounds of each herb. They stayed in the box for so long of me procrastinating and me converting my $5,000 and starting my brick and mortar, because I was so caught up on getting that brick and mortar to open up to the public, to my county, to my city, to my state in Arizona. I was so caught up there. I'm like, man, I couldn't get my money back. So 2 years that went by and the money went down the drain, and it was in the box, and they'd only supposed to last about 2 to 3 years, and they lose their strength. I had to throw them all in the trash, and that hurt. It crushed me. Okay. So it ain't hard getting no money from these credit cards, U.S. Bank, Chase Bank. I done told you guys many times how you can get it with bad credit, with good credit. It's what you're supposed to do after you get it. That's why Kareem is so fast. If I get any other people's money, I know how to flip it within a couple of weeks to a month. Because I don't let, like my father say, I don't let grass grow under my feet. What that means is I'm not standing still. The same grass will be there. That same grass won't be there if you stand there for a few days. It's going to grow. But it ain't going to grow under my feet because I'm moving. You got to be moving. Okay? So that's number 4. You get some money, but reality is, let me settle it down. You need less than $500. Oh, throw that brick and mortar out the door. You don't need it. Not at least starting out. That's a good thing to start with. It's light work to start with there. You can start with, like I told my other students, you can start with actually what is it called? A pop-up store. You can start in when they have the spots. My students can help me out if they in here. The farmers markets. There we go. You can start there to get but you got to set up, break it down. Set up, break it down. Some people don't like doing that, but you get your following. It's all about people knowing who you are. But you don't need a lot of money for all of these. They'll cost you about $100 for a month, and they'll let you set up in a spot if you get there early. Don't really cost a lot. Brick and mortar, stuff like that, if you want to do that. But reality is, online, it's less than $500. To be honest, it's less than $200. And if you do it kind of like really on a really real serious budget, it's less than $100. Okay? So moving on to step 4. Okay, it would be, make sure we got some engagement going on. Type step 4. I can know you with me. Mm-hmm. There we go. Clovis on it, man. He on it. Okay. So he types step 4. You know why it's getting hot in here. I don't feel no heat, man. Dang. Oh well. So step 4 would be steps to starting your business. Now listen, it is not hard starting no business. Appreciate y'all putting step 4 in there. Appreciate it. Good looking out. And moderator, put down there below if people want their handheld and they want steps all in one section. I have it actually in a course that I updated from 2016 just for my Kareem Media channel. And it's less than $50. Put that link there for those that want their steps to start an LLC. Now, here's what I learned. This is what you need to know because you're getting it free on the live stream. Let me pull out my information here. Yeah, okay. Let me put it up right here. You don't need it. You don't need it. So let me. God dang, man, where is it at? I guess I didn't write it down. What the heck? You gotta be a little bit more patient. There we go. There we go. No, it ain't. Anyways, I probably could do it off the top of my dome. It ain't really difficult. No, it ain't. Can't believe it. But you need to get yourself an LLC or a corporation. I'm going to tell you right now, I've done a corporation all my life. Stay away from a corporation. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm saying it now. Corporations only for the purpose if you have yourself being a real big company or you're trying to be private. If you're trying to stay completely private and separated from your personal self and you want another totally entity, C corporation is the way to go. S corporation, it ties into you and you can file on your same taxes. It's a science with itself, staying completely separate. A lot of people tell you that don't know how to do business. And I'm calling you out. If you think you know how to do business, they'll tell you, oh, you could play completely business, stay completely private and separated if you do an LLC. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's why tax preparers, it's easy for them to do it like Sunday morning with your LLC. Because the LLC, it goes on the same tax form that you put you and that one together. Okay? It passed through you with like an S corp. Okay? That's what it is. So make no mistake, that's what an LLC is, limited liability company. But a C corporation, it's a whole different entity. You got to file that taxes one way and you got to pay twice. But it's hell for a tax preparer. So me telling you right now that I know now, don't start a corporation, aka C corporation. If you have a corporation, elect to change it to an S corporation. It's a lot simpler and easier for you and the tax preparer. It's easy for both of y'all. Okay. And we're not trying to stay hidden and stay private anyway. It's no need. Okay. Okay. So it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's a lot easier for the entities to do business with you when you actually moving in a way that they can see you. They like to see you. They don't want people that they got to always worry about this and worry about that. Let them see you. Okay. It's all good. I've learned this over the year. LLC or S corporation is the best to go when you're dealing with these entities and these banks and these financial institutions, and when you're dealing with the tax preparers and when you're trying to have smooth selling with yourself. So focus on that. So I did a course that's less than $50. I updated for everything need to be done and less than $50 telling you how to set it up correctly. But those of you that know what you're doing, have at it. Do your thing. Okay, now say step 5. Okay, I need you to put in step 5 because we moving to step 5. What is my moderator saying? She got something to say. You know, you be a little quicker on your texting. Come on. Everybody step 5. Okay, good. We on people on step 5. Okay. The next step on step 5 is you're a little too slow, so I got to move on, moderator. You're moving too slow with it. Who I was going to target. So step 5 was focused on who I was going to target. You got to know who you're going to target. A lot of people don't know who they're going to target and who they're going to focus on. Okay. And that's a problem. And what I mean by that is, my moderator is still texting over here. I can't even flow. I need you to hit send so I can read it because it's not a lot. It's making me distracted. I'm really distracted. I know it's a little delay over here. Y'all give me a moment. That was it. Okay. Step 5. Who you gonna target? You got to know who you're gonna target. Okay, what demographic? I knew that I was a African American. I wasn't focused on African Americans. I knew that everybody out there was going through some type of situation on Skittles. I knew that. So I wasn't trying to focus only on and being part of the conscious community. I was just trying to be part of everybody and showing love to everybody that's going through it, because everybody going through sadness and losing an auntie, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, a cousin. I mean, I didn't want nobody to go through what I went through. And I know the day is coming that it's going to happen with my mother and my father, you know, and hoping that they go for just natural causes, but it don't usually happen that way in this country. So I was struggling with that. Okay. So I knew my target base was people that was going through it and only getting white coat answers and telling them they need to be on some temporary Skittles. Okay. You ain't got to type in there. You ain't trying to get no strikes. You know what I'm talking about. So I didn't want them. I wanted them to have another option besides the white coat. They hand out just Skittles all the time. So that was my target. So find your target. Your target might be people that knitting. Your target might be people that's over 50. Your target might be people that's in the demographic of the 20 to 30. Now you got to niche that down. You got to get a little bit more target. Who, what age? Now you got your age bracket. Now what type in that age bracket? That do understand this. It's over 1 million people in each category. Individuals that love talking about cars, reviews, it is in the hundreds of millions. It don't matter about competition. It don't matter, because you your own individual. When you know your passion and you know what you're talking about, all you got to do is take what you already know into actual educating others that don't know. Because believe it or not, you're solving a problem for somebody all the time. Your knowledge, what you know how to do already, that you do every day, all day, that you watch every day, all day, you're actually sharing what you already know what to do personally. And what you actually know deeper, you're sharing with somebody else that don't know, and you're helping them out, saving them some time. Okay, so you got to find the target who you're going to speak with. My target was everybody that was going through it. Okay, so you got to know that. And that's one thing I like about ChatGPT. And Kareem Media, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on ChatGPT. And you could cut through a lot of red tape. You can cut through a lot of time. You can cut through a lot of drama by just using ChatGPT as a leg up to give you an edge. Just get out your head. I'm going to show you how to use it to work it. Anyways, it's for free. It's going to be on the YouTube channel. Next, everybody press number 6. Okay? Put number 6 in. Move it to the next one. Number 6. Look, close fast. Bam. He hit me with 6. He paying attention. Okay? That's number 6. Oh, yeah, we good. We good. We ready. Good looking. All right. Rain, Blossom, Troy. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Angela over here. Savvy D. All right. Trucker. Oh, you up in here? What's up, man? What's up, man? Shout out to Trucker. I know who he is. Okay. Number 6, how to get people to listen and you help they solve their problem. How you going to get that? Wow. Ooh, I wrote it down here. I said, I'm going to be me. It's not really heavy on this topic right here. You just got to be yourself. I know you heard people say that a lot of times. It's really true. I wasn't really thinking about no money when I started out online teaching, because I had a passion and such a major hate for the engine and the machine. I wanted everybody to know what I knew. I had to watch what I say. I mean, I like cussing a lot because it hit different, but people don't respect when you saying cuss words and whatnot. So, I mean, that it hits right when I say certain words out my mouth about how the Jesuits and how evil they are, and me explaining my position and whatnot. So I just had to dumb my conversation down and how I wanted to talk and everything, and my hatred down to make sure my message could get across. But I would have to still be me. Okay, that's why I made up terms like the beast. Oh, it's powerful. It's a beast. Or I will make up like this is trash. This ain't real. I'm just keeping it real. Stuff like that. You know, I just had to kind of be me. Skittles, white coat. I mentioned them. Be yourself. It's okay to be you. And some of you social media individuals know how to be yourself, but you don't know how to monetize. Okay. It ain't really about monetizing. It's about being yourself, but you got to put the Lego blocks together so you can actually, it'll monetize itself. If you just talk and help people solve a problem, it says it right here on number 6. Help people listen to you, and you want to actually help them solve their problem. So how are you going to help them solve a problem of something that you already know passionately and that you know deeper in it? And that's the actual formula. That's really the formula, the juiciness of it. You knowing already something that somebody else don't know because you researched it, you studied it, you live it, but they're trying to find out. I mean, simple as this: a person going out to do a lease versus a buy, finance versus a lease. You ain't gonna know you're getting ripped off if you're doing a lease. You don't know that after people lease cars, you know, and the warranty, they kind of play you with brand new vehicles. They do it all the time. I ain't never leased a car because it was always easy for me to pay off a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 car in less than a year, less than 4 months, less than 6 months, and use it as a tax write-off. But not knowing that I'm literally being in the next car and 2 years later doing it all over again. I'm just giving away my money. Not understanding that because running across one person, he broke it down to me because he knew. It was an actual brother. The difference between a lease and a purchase and how it doesn't pan out if based on your situation. And most situation, people are not going to keep a car for no 7 years plus years. They're not. And if they're not going to keep it plus 7 years, you're supposed to always keep yourself in the position to lease because that's the better position to be in, and you save a lot more money in your pocket monthly, not annually and monthly. That's the bottom line. What do you want to save annually? Because it's a residual monthly. This trap that the machine has everybody on is a monthly debt credit machine. It's a boom, 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 boom every month. It's not an annual thing. It's an every month situation. They just want to know what you did annually the following year to keep track of you. Okay. So know that off the top. On number 6, how to just be yourself. Just be yourself. Whatever you teaching, be yourself. Don't switch up. But if you online and you're going to be teaching or whatever, you got to switch up the greasiness. You know, you can't be acting crazy and talking crazy like you one of these clowns that ain't got no sense. These new generation that just want to just be rude and disrespectful to their own family and circle and their friends. If you planning to build a brand and you're planning to replace your income, you can't be talking crazy. You can't. So I couldn't be bringing my cussing self because it hit different. Not cussing at people, actually literally just using it in my sentences. Like, man, you see this? You got me. I'm not doing. It hit better to me. It sounds better than my ears, but I can't bring that conversation and be part of being me to a platform. No, be you minus all that extra, because you got to keep in mind it's part of scaling. It's part of your business. It's part of your brand. You're not trying to just go viral every now and then, or once a month, or once every year, or every 6 months, or to get yourself this type of money. Viral to me is nah. When you are making consistent money and you always scaling 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $80,000 every single month. That's building a business solid and a brand at the same time. You ain't doing that play. You ain't letting the platform play you. Platform like to play people. Okay. Appreciate the rose. Get it looking. Okay. Now look, check this out. Press number 7. Okay. Everybody, we on number 7. Watch. Clove gonna be first. Let's see. Bam. Every time I see the word clove, I think about that essential oil clove. Oh, it's a beast. Oh, I'm in the process of writing a book right now with clove, essential oil, not just clove, but essential oil. I kind of almost made ChatGPT when we have it put together for me. I almost had, because I understand that's my passion, that's my lane. Almost had them take out clove out the book and thyme out the book. What's that other piece? And thyme, clove, It's one more. I can't think of it. It was on the tip of my tongue because I don't use them a lot. I don't talk about them a lot because them bad boys right there. Oh, oregano. You got to be careful with oregano, clove, and thyme. Them two right there. You make a slight mistake internally, you can hurt somebody, man. Essential oils is the blood of the plant, but we ain't teaching about health. We're teaching about, this right here, number 7. So number 7 right here. Okay. Bam. There you go. I must have messed up. I sure did. I put a little extra stuff in here. Sure did. I didn't skip that. Oh, that's right here. No problem. BU. Number 6 and number 7 was both together. BU, solve a problem. So we really on number 8. I apologize, Clove. Clove hit 1 if you get me that we on number 8 now. Because I made a mistake. I need him to, because he quick with it. He quick. Boom. There go Clove right there. He paying attention. He must be right with that bow. Pow, pow. So we on number 8. 6 and 7 was blend together. That's my mistake. So we on number 8. Thank you, Trucker. Troy. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. There go Quinn, Savvy D. All right. So look. Use a platform to promote for free. I don't know why I keep having to tell people this, and you got to choose the right platform. Back in my day, I chose, listen, you have to understand, these platforms are like newspapers. Press 2 in the comment if you remember. I don't know what state you live in, what county you live in, what city you live in. I was born and raised in California, that state. The city of, what is it called? The county of San Bernardino, right down the street from LA's county, but county of San Bernardino, the city of Rialto. Okay, so telling details. And in my state, county, and city, we knew about Enterprise. We knew about, and then we would even go down there and they would even sell LA Times. And we was in the city of, in the county of San Bernardino. So they had different types of what was called Press Enterprise, England Empire. They had all these different newspapers, and it cost money to just like to run an ad. So Press 2, if you know about, you have to run an ad. Okay, whatever city, county, state you was in, do you remember the magazines, the newspapers that you had to pay money to run an ad, or you open a magazine or the newspaper and you will see the ad section of people trying to sell something. Okay? Good looking, moderator. Yes. So you remember, good looking. Chloe remember, Rain Blossom remember, cool. Tamika remember, Dave remember, David Savage. That's all it is. Listen, Facebook is a place you think you got to pay for ads. That's if you want it quicker. If you got to, I ain't never, let me make sure I make you understand. I have never, ever, besides TikTok, trying to get 5,000 followers in less than a week, I have never on my four sides of life, my business, started paid for an ad. Not one time. To get that 240 plus view, I never paid for an ad on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, none of them. So I'm going to make sure you understand, not even pay for ads on TikTok to promote that. None, because it's not necessary. It's free. Your consistency is free. That's what people slip on. Being yourself and being consistent is free. So choose a platform. Number 8 is choosing a platform. I chose YouTube. I could have chose Facebook. I could have chose, now looking back on hindsight, I should have chose Facebook and YouTube, both. So I can kind of protect both positions because it's owned by 2 different entities. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. I put everything in YouTube platform. Been hella good to me. But if I would have split the same information on both platforms, I could have saved my position and not fall so hard on just having it all in one location. And I didn't fall, but I fell when it came to content. They hit me with letters and emails and strikes and this, and put it this way, because all of your livelihood is part of their social media platform. You have to understand, herbs, just in case you don't know, is classified on the level as tobacco, marijuana. Me just saying those words right here, they might hit me with a limited little strike on TikTok right here. They do that when you just say the AI picks up them things right there. They don't like it. They have it classified just like that. And I didn't know that as I'm teaching people. So you got to choose a platform. I chose, and you got to learn the algorithm of that platform. I chose YouTube because I knew if I followed the algorithm of YouTube, learned the algorithm of it, I know I could scale up. I remember at one time YouTube said they wanted everybody to do videos under 3 minutes. It wasn't no shorts. Keep your videos under 3 minutes to drive more engagement. I was like, man, I can't talk less than 3 minutes. That ain't gonna happen. I didn't do it. And I remember watching people in my category. One was called, look, TikTok doing this crap again. One was called, one teacher was Dr. Axe. Another one was Dr. Bird. I watched them do videos under 2 minutes and them scale past 100. We all three had 100,000. And when I say they just in a year, because they did what the algorithm of that platform say do, they were like, I'm like, how the hell they had 700,000 in less than 12 months? How this one over 1 million? Damn. I said, I should have did the videos twice a week under 3 minutes. That was my bad. So if you don't do it, and now they switched it to 8 minutes. If you monetize, you got to be over 8 minutes on YouTube. So they tell you what to do to stay in their community guidelines and to grow. They even tell you how many videos they want you to do a week. So here's a nugget for you, because I know YouTube. YouTube wants you to do 2 videos weekly to grow. You literally could get away with 1 video a week. You don't even need to do no live stream. 1 video a week for a new person consistently will grow your YouTube channel all day. Facebook different. They want you to do reels and stories daily. Just 1. Just you get away with 1. Instagram the same way. 1, you straight. TikTok, you gonna do minimum 4 or you ain't gonna get in the club. 4 daily? That's how they get down. You got to do 3 to 4. Really, the sweet spot is 4 or more, and then you easy like Sunday morning. But you're gonna get burnt out real fast. You will. And they kind of pimp you on TikTok. That's another story. I'm gonna break that down on my Kareem Media. I'm gonna tell you how you get played on TikTok versus Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that ain't making no $10,000+ consistently a month, no $20,000 consistently a month, no $50,000+ consistently a month. If you ain't doing that every month, single month, year after year, year after year, and you ain't doing that, and you only on TikTok, and you ain't making that, you can't tell me how to get money. You can't tell me about the other platform. You can't tell me. You might as well just learn from somebody else and keep doing what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Talk to somebody that's been doing business. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand that in the business. I'm gonna put that on YouTube and make sure Kareem Media so the world can see that. Don't waste your time if you are planning on being in it for long term and you want to have a consistently the sweet spot for live the rest of your life is $6 grand. That's sweet spot. $6 grand a month. All your debts paid off. Let me say it one more time. If you got your house, your car, and your queen's car, and you got $6,000 a month, that's a sweet spot. You can do anything in the world in life for what you want to do. Just got to have your debts paid off. That's the sweet spot. Ask me how I know. Okay? You don't need no hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly, but you got to have your debts paid off. That's the secret. You got to have your debts paid off. You can't have debt and just sit, and you want to live like you just fat, $6,000 a month. No more than that, anywhere between 6 to 10 grand a month, and all your debts paid off, you living like a fat rat. You living a dream. You can still give people money every single month and bless them. It's nothing. It's nothing to you. But if you got debt, you're gonna need more than $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month. And you go and get more cars and get nicer cars and get more houses and bigger, and you create more debt for yourself. You get loans and you ain't paid it off. You're gonna need more than $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month in business. Oh yeah. Then when you go get yourself some employees, they cost money too. Now you got somebody that need to eat every month, and they doing you a solid, working for you. You got to pay them. That's a debt and an asset at the same time. Both. How you gonna use it? And they want to stay. And they want to stay long term, not just short term. You're gonna teach them how to fish, or you're gonna use them to fish for you. That's the science in itself too. Learn that on Kareem Media, because I'm gonna be teaching that every time. Okay. So, anyways, now that you know that, on number 8. platform. We're going to number 9. Okay. Everybody tax in number 9. Number 9. Somebody said liability. Hey, liability. That's true. Okay. Press 9. Good looking. Clover's ready. Troy, Rain, Queen. Okay, cool. La Shanice. 9. Good looking. Good looking. Body board. Body just joined. Or she probably gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but anyways, I hate when people join and then they say, "Hey, I'm glad to have you in here. What's up, for us?" I'll be like, "Get up out of here." I don't want them calling me out. So my bad calling you out, body butter, that you just joined. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you should have stayed if you have a business with body butter. You want to learn, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, somebody is getting it. my bad. So number 9 is choose a service you will provide. That you want to provide. Choose a service that you want to provide for. Body butter start laughing. My bad. I'm just clowning. I clown like that. She said I'm here. Laugh. My bad. Body butter queen. Anyway, choose a service that you want to provide. Is it one-on-one? I did that. Only time you should do one-on-one coaching is if you're trying to maintain and you decide to leave your job and you just need about $400 or $500 to $1,000 a week. Let me say it one more time. If you need anywhere between $400 to $500 to $1,000 a week, ain't nothing wrong with doing that one-on-one coaching. Because I found out that low ticket grows up a lot faster. If you charging somebody $1,000 to $1,500, $1,200 for one-on-one, now you're just trying to get one sale. You got to do a lot of convincing to get one sale. You'll get it, but you're looking for a circuit demographic, and they ain't your people. Why you gonna cut out your folks? I've learned from all business owners, most of them that are online, they tell you the masses is hundreds of millions of people in US, over 300 million. It's billions abroad. Let that sink in. So you don't need to be. I mean, my first product, my first one that I came out with was an actual business course. And it was $47. That bad boy made me in 4 months over 40K. And I was promoting it for free on social media, which is YouTube and Facebook. Just doing a video twice a week. Free promotion. The following year, that same one made me over 100K. So you can put that together. That's $140,000 off of one product, one digital product. And it was actually legit. The steps, like the steps I have right now in my business course, I updated. The steps I updated are pretty much the same, a little bit more smart and modern today that you use, and it's still under $50. It won't make as much because everything is saturated, but who cares? It probably will still do 60K. You got to keep on understanding. The people that are in here right now, Kareem, that might go and purchase the course or purchase your digital product, it'll probably be about, let me see, 33 people in here, another 20, and then the people that watch the video, I might get about 10, 15 sales before the week is out. That ain't what it's about. It's about you reaching those individuals that are really looking for you. And when more you be consistent on any platform you choose, I don't care if it's TikTok. TikTok's cool too to fish from, but whatever platform you use, you should have some service or product that you're offering. You should, not just for free. Because if you're doing that, a service, believe me, as time goes on, you're building your community, you're building trust. That's you're being yourself. And they're starting to trust you, believe in you, because they know you're not on that BS, aligning them, playing them. So you keep doing that over and over again, consistency of 1 to 2 videos a week, and putting on what other platforms you want, 1 or 2 or 3. You keep doing it every single week like clockwork. Then I'm going to tell you right now, it goes from 2 to 3 sales a week to 15 a week to 20 to 30 a week to 50 a week. Ask me how I know. That's the formula, because it turns into a snowball. And the beautiful thing about it is you're not talking to the same people. The actual platform like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the more you keep showing up, the more they going to send it to new people, because they dying. They dying, itching for creators. It's too many watchers. It's not enough creators. So if you keep showing up in the same, talking about over and over again, you're starting to build Build clientele. That's marketing. I didn't even know what I was doing. All I knew is YouTube said do a video once or twice a week, and we're going to allow you, help you get more followers. That's all YouTube said. Facebook chased me away because people kept calling me on the DM or that Facebook call, and I couldn't make my phone shut up. I'm like, dang, man. So I ran from Facebook. But YouTube, I just kept doing it. And I ain't going to lie. I'll never forget my queen up in here. I'll never forget. She remembers when we were laying in our house, laying in the bed early in the morning. I'm like, what is this $900 and this other $1,100? I had $1,100 and said 1 month. I'm like, I don't understand it. Why is $1,100 in the YouTube back end? It says I have 900. I keep getting an email, 900 some change, 1,100 some change. I had to go look in the back end. We spent all day trying to find out why 11 and some change and 900. My queen she know what's up. She knows what's up. She remembered. And we finally looked in there after about 4 months doing YouTube because I'm getting paid off my digital products, mind you. I would give two shits about no YouTube paying me because they like to gatekeep you. They like to switch up the game like a cell phone. 6 months they doing this, 3 months they doing this, 4 months they doing this. They taking your monetization away. You supposed to be getting $3,000 or $4,000. Then they say, now we're gonna give you $500. That's because we already sent out a note. They play you on your bag. So I learned real quick. Nah, I'm not gonna be worried about YouTube paying me. So I looked and saw. I'm like, what is this? She said, babe, I think it's monetization. So I added my EIN number in there, my business EIN number. Why you need a business, at least a LLC or a sole proprietor. The reason why you need on step 4, the reason why you need that is because you need to at least have 2 different taxes numbers. Both of them are 9 digits. Your social security number is 9 digits. The EIN number is 9 digits. You want to make sure when it's time to pay or owe that you can separate the EIN numbers. This number, 9-digit number, which is the business, made this money. This number, 9-digit number, which is my personal social security number, made this type of money. Did you pay yourself? No. Did you pay yourself? Yes. You work it how you want to because the Jesuit, which is called IRS, they want you to explain and want to put you in a certain category of taxes. Okay, we're getting away from actual 9. But I'm gonna let you know the services 101 will get you at least 100. If you're under 1,000 people, I ain't lying. In fact, my teacher told me this. Tahuti Mahara told me this. If you have at least 500 people, you'll eat for the rest of your life. Let me say it one more time. If you have at least 500 people, so stop trying to get to a goal of 1,000 monetization on YouTube, trying to get to and 4,000 watch time. Trying to get to 10,000 people on TikTok. Stop trying to get to a whole bunch of 10, whatever the number is on Instagram and Facebook. Stop. I'm here to tell you, my teacher, Tahuti Mahara, was right. If you get over 500 people watching you, you'll never be broke the rest of your life. That's followers. It's the power of 10, compound. Boom, boom. Everything is a compound, just like math. Math, oh my God, don't mess with me with math. Basic math, I got you. Boom, 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 boom. It compounds like a snowball. It compounds all day, every day. You can't even fit 500 people in your house. So stop playing with me. You know it's true. I got myself a big old house. And we try to keep every event that we have. We get nervous if it gets to 90 to 100 people. We get nervous and we try to scale it down to about 80. Hopefully that we can get it all the way down to 60, 65 because of our backyard and the situation of feeding the people and all that. You don't want no 500. So if you got 500 plus people on a social, get that sweet number. You're going to all day long get about, the conversion rate is about 3 to 6%. So let me show you this in case some of y'all don't know how to do math. This is good conversion rate right here. Let me show you. What's 3% of 500 people? That's 15. So most people do pretty decent and get about 6 to 10%. So I'll put the mid, 6%. Okay. That's 30 people. So we'll keep the low. 15 people. And you're doing consultation and you charging $100 because of your expertise, whether you're talking about menopause, whether you're talking about how to make blankets, whether you're talking about how to get fit, stat, whether you're talking about how to lose weight, whether you're talking about how to start a business, whether you're talking about camera equipment, whether you're talking about health, whether you're talking about technology, laptops, whether you're talking about shirts and buying it and cups and mugs, doing it. I don't care what you're talking about. It's millions of people trying to find you. Fishing, tackle box, I don't care what it is. Beard, cosmetics, I don't care what it is. Eyes, hands, fingernails, tips, I don't care. I don't care what it is. Air that you breathe, lights. It's millions of people looking for you to tell them what's up about it. You charge somebody $100, that's $1,500 a week. You charge them $50. $50 times 15, that's $750. If you be consistent, posting 2 videos a week on YouTube. 1 to 2, not even a whole 2. 1 to 2 a week. That's what you can start charging. Once you get to 500, I promise you, I done told several of my students, and they did it for what? But one thing that happened, they got burnt out. Oh, I'm like, you're going to get tired of them phone calls. Yeah, you is. You're going to get tired of using something. Let me give you a nugget. If you ever decided to do that just to make a little extra cash, use Calendly. So stop thinking Calendly. My moderator put that in there. Spelling is calendar, but it's Calendly. That's a program. I think it's less than $20 a month. You can start scaling people out and they can pay you through PayPal. You don't even got to have a website. Okay, you have the free channel and you promote like you're doing right now on TikTok. I know some individuals doing some car reviews, individuals doing some shoes. People talk about knit, people talk about fishing, people talk about herbs, people talk about soaps. I know individuals that I watch on TikTok. I'll go, they don't even have that. Listen, you want to make yourself an extra $400-500 to $1,000? Take the phone calls. If you need some money right now with the next month or 2 to 3 to 4 months, and you got yourself over 500, take some phone calls. And if you don't, do yourself a favor and start a channel and start getting and work your way up. It's not about the actual thousands and 10,000s of being monetized on the platforms. That's a joke, man. They want you to be monetized on that platform because they want to see how fast or how serious you're going to be a worker on their platform. I demonetized about 3 of my channels because I'm talking about health and you literally striking me anyway. So leave me alone. I don't need no being partnership with you. But they still say, well, you on my platform. I want to run ads even though your videos are not monetized. I want to still run ads on. I'm like, what? Because you being consistent and people are watching you. So if you still talk about it, I'm still going to strike. I'm like, damn, man. So I'm telling you, you don't need to be monetized. And I'm telling you, they pay you kibbles and bits anyway. The real money's in the sponsorship if you want to really get paid like that. But even that's a contract. You can get paid like that, but that's a contract. You got to know how to put it together and know how to do it right. People get paid like that all day long, any and every day. Affiliate, you get paid money. So let me put it out here. Another ways of service you can provide. Affiliate. That means anybody that already done the work and they want you to just talk about it. You can go to their website, call them up or reach out to them or go down and scroll at the bottom of their page or even look it up on Google. Does this company have an affiliate? Click. They will give you, forget TikTok giving you 10% of everything you selling on the Shopify. These affiliate programs will give you 25 and 30%. Some will give you 50%. They'll give you 3, 4, 5 times the amount with just an affiliate link. And you wonder why people do it all day long on YouTube, Facebook, and you just down there below. I was one time on my YouTube channel, like I told people how to start. I'm actually show people how to start their YouTube channel too, because I actually finished it last week. So that'll be loaded next week. And I'm going to do a YouTube video on Kareem Media. So that's coming. But I remember putting in there vidIQ. I actually did a video on that on YouTube because I'm supposed to post it on my Kareem Media. vidIQ, I used it for over 8 years and never knew they were paying people 30% for just letting them know how you grew your YouTube channel using vidIQ and TubeBuddy. And I'm like, man, I don't care about that, but I was working it. It made my job so much easier when I post my videos that I didn't have to go through the stress of AdSense, Google AdSense, and Google AdWords. They had a tool that you could use for free. It made my life so much easier dealing with SEO, search engine optimization, by just using vidIQ, paying something like $17, $8. Back then it was like $9 a month. And I didn't know that if I would have just shared with the YouTube family how I'm growing my channel to 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100,000, get my plaque back there. So that, hey, look, they giving me 30% in this residual for the rest of the person. If they use it on their platform, it's residual. But imagine how much I would have right now if I'd have started it 8 years ago when they reached out to me They did. They even tried to collaborate with me. I'm like, I didn't understand the power of affiliate links. Of course, I create one now, but it ain't too late. But damn, that could have gotten some massive, like tens of $1,000s now, right now, monthly, by me just that one affiliate. You guys think that these affiliates is a joke. Some of these affiliates last forever, as long as the person stays using it. And I'm telling you right now, to this day, I use affiliate. And the person I use on that bad boy, and I clicked his link, and he's an affiliate with it, didn't even know he was doing that, was a Roberto Blake. Roberto Blake on YouTube, a brother teaching you how to grow your YouTube channel, how to use their algorithm. Somebody press 1 if they know anything about Roberto Blake. I don't know that brother personally, but I watched him. That was one of the teachers that I found on YouTube, and a couple of white people one was Dave, and I just watched him, and it was giving real information on how to grow your channel. And back then, he was like young and telling you how to post the channel up. And don't nobody know about no Roberto Blake? They sure don't, man. Dang, man. Roberto Blake. Don't nobody know about him? Just because you should at least put your thing up there that you know him. Don't nobody know about no Roberto Blake? Huh? Okay, see, there you go. Cornelia know about him. Good looking. Okay, you know about him. That dude's channel was nothing about teaching you how to grow your channel. That's all his channel was about on YouTube. So I immersed myself with him, and I used it. So that's another way you can actually provide service. One-on-one coaching. Don't sleep on that. You'll get burnt out, but that's some quick money right there. It's quick money. That's why all of y'all, instead of watching, you should be using one of these platforms and then adding your coaching on there, because it could get you an easy $500 to $1,500 a month. I didn't show you the conversion. I didn't show you. It's not hard. Next thing too, you got to get out of that part. That's faceless. You don't even got to talk. Okay. I mean, you ain't got to do Zoom. Just talk on the phone and you good. Okay. Good looking. Another thing is right here. The products and services. Digital products. I'm going to show on Kareem Media how to make digital products. They're not really hard to do. Okay. But it takes you still need one common thing. You need a social media platform, or to make your budget be lower than $500. You also, $500 to start, because and $200 because you could start a website, your LLC. Everything costs less than $200 to get started, and the platforms are free, and posting is free. But if you're trying to start a brick and mortar, yes, it's going to be a little bit more, because you're going to need your first and your last. And sometimes you don't need your first, because you can get in the door with a brick and mortar. They'll let you in for like 3 to 4 months free. Ask me how I know. I did it twice. Okay, so you don't even have to pay nothing. Just sign your name on a dotted line for a 3 to 5 years contract, and get scared and you got to perform. Then you got to get with the city, the police department. You got to get with the city hall. You got to go with the tax and make sure you have all that stuff, paperwork in order. And then they're going to come inspect your unit and your place to make sure you have everything in order. Other than that, you straight. Okay, so it's not really that difficult starting a brick and mortar, but it's going to cost a little bit more money. But online, easy peasy like lemon squeezy. Okay, it's easy like Sunday morning. So once you get your website going and you really don't even need an LLC. I just tell people to get an LLC or a business so they can make sure when you scale up, you don't get hit with too much taxes, because they going to get you. If you do half as well as, if you just do 20% as well as Kareem did, you're going to owe a lot of money the following year, and you're going to be mad. Ask me how I know. They got me my first year, 2016. I was making some money, and I joined my business, but I didn't do it right. I didn't have the business account separate from my personal. I didn't make sure that I knew how to do write-offs and deduction. Come 2017, they were like, out of that 40,000 you made, you owe me about 10. What? I don't owe you nothing. I tried to figure out all kinds of ways how to get out of that. I wrote a bunch of deductions like, hey, I just started my business. I just started this. I had startup costs. I had this. Next thing I know, I owed them $0 in 2017. So going forward, I knew how to actually put this together. I said, let me get all my business stuff together to make sure I stay right. So that's one. Products or services. I started with 4 products when I first started. No, really 5. Digital product was a business course, and the other one was health products. It was cayenne pepper was one of them. Another one was bladderwrack sea moss. Okay. Another one was goji berry. And I can't remember. I think it was just 3. And blood cleanse. That's what it was. Blood cleanse, goji berry, bladderwrack sea moss, and cayenne pepper, and my business. That's what I started out with. Just those 5. And when I tell you that I cleared over in 2007, really didn't do much with my herbal didn't do much. I had a brick and mortar. I didn't open up to the public. Because I couldn't technically afford it to fill up my wall. I didn't have it like that. So since I didn't have it like that, the easiest thing was a website. So I created my website, and nowadays it's cheap. It's free. It's almost like drag and drop with websites. I'm working on that at Kareem Media as well, because just because you start an LLC, you still got to put the Lego blocks together. So that's what Kareem Media is for, to show you how to put the Lego blocks together. So, and nowadays you could get a website going and done and looks nice in less than 15 to 30 minutes. No lie. We ain't talking about Shopify. We talking about these ones that like drag and drop. They are building AIs within the actual platform that hosts your website. Drag, drop, speak the words, boom, add it. Canva and all of them is becoming so innovative. A lot of y'all can ride this generational transformation train, and you can get yourself set up in less than a year. That's faster than a 2-year AA. That's faster than the 4-year BA. That's faster than getting your electives together to start your actual career in college. I'm telling you, can set yourself up in a year and have yourself autopilot 6,000 to 12,000 coming in a month. And then what you do is, when it's coming in like that regularly and you doing really well for your first year to 2 years and you scaling up, you take at least 20 to 25% of your money, your earnings that you make monthly to a year, and you put it in stocks. That's the actual ace in the hole. You pay your debts off, buy the stuff you want, pay it down, and you put the rest in stocks. And you get your bag up to about $4,000 to $6,000 a month. You easy like Sunday morning. You'll never have to work a day in your life and never be broken. It just keep growing, and you get to pull out that money every single month. Every single month. Okay? Okay? They playing y'all out here. They playing business owners and they playing 9-to-5 workers, because they don't even know, once they get on the business side, the entertainers and business owners, and they get their small business, they like, man, how much I owe? I thought, man, I ain't making this much. The economy switch up on you, and you ain't making the same you made the last year, because they own projections of this year and that quarter and that quarter. And they look up like, man, I got to pivot here. I got to survive. I got to go back to that 9-to-5. Damn. They don't teach you none of this stuff. It's a trick bag on the 9-to-5 and the business side, but you got to be smart. You got to be smart. That's what Kareem Media is for. I'm going to show you how to scale up and actually shift like Dave Ramsey tell you. That dude ain't dumb. Dave Ramsey and his team, he ain't president and he ain't dumb. That dude knows how to beat the engine, the machine. So anyways, product and services, whatever it's going to be. Services could be one-on-one coaching, affiliate marketing. Like I said, that's a service. And products, physical. If I was you, I would go digital products. If I can go back in time, I would do digital products, because there's not a lot of overhead. I'll talk about that another time on Kareem Media. Okay. Now we're going to the last step. What is it called? Step 10. Put step 10 in. We a little past the hour, coming up on an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put step 10. Clove, there he is. He's paying attention. I appreciate you staying the whole time. Rain, Clove, appreciate y'all. Good looking. Y'all stay with me, man, because this is I'm getting burnt out right now. I got to start a little earlier. These lives on health and business, it's a lot of work. But I want my legacy to last. I want my legacy to show that I really touched a lot. I mean, thousands of people. I need y'all to get off the rat race wheel. I don't want you thinking in your head, up in your head, that you need all of this and all of that. You really don't. You really scared. That's what it really is. That's what my mother-in-law told me. She said, you scared. You've been waiting from 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You scared like everybody else. So the end of the year, 2016, I jumped. And I couldn't believe that a person that was unemployed, Queen was going to work 9-to-5, and she was like, I need you to follow your dream. I'm going to give you 5 G's from a 401k. You got this. Do it. But I'm like, man, ain't nobody going to listen to me. I don't know what to do. I don't know if we can get you off this slave ship. I can't get you off the plantation. I don't think I can do it, Queen. I don't know. She's like, listen, just, it's all in your head. And I jumped. And those 4 products, 40K in 4 months. That's crazy. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe it. And then, but I figured it out. Come the end in December in 2016, I was like, this how it works? I just have to be honest. I just got to be myself. I have to be consistent. I just have to show up like a 9-to-5 job, but once a week. So imagine then in 2017 with me showing up weekly, being consistent and not knowing all what I didn't know. Like I put in my YouTube course, I had the camera sitting right here. I had a bunch of podcasts. I had A6400. Look it up. I still got it. A5100. Look it up. ZV-1 Sony. Look it up. I had all these cameras. Canon that's sitting on my shelf. Canon 70D. I still got it. What is it called? What is the bad boy? Lumix. Still got it. Them bad boys cost me money, man. I'm talking about $500 for the body, and the lens costs another $500 to $600. Always $1,200 a pop. I don't know how to use none of them. Old Faithful webcam, $200. But I must have bought like 6 of that bad boy. Got them all over the place. Old webcam, $200. Logitech, 4K. Don't even need 4K. Just watch that bad boy on a 1080p or a 720. I'm right now on 720 because StreamYard don't flow well without being on the lease if you ain't got good internet. I don't have good internet where I'm at, so I got to use 720. So this is the beauty of knowing what you know now. And I start learning as I start scaling up, learning all the lies on YouTube of them just having affiliate links, trying to sell this and sell that and tell you this and tell you that. Man, just keep it real, man. Stop playing with me, man. I'm trying to grow. But I knew it was consistency. I don't even have a mic on right now. This bad boy right here, it ain't even on, man. Ain't even on. Sitting on the desk. It need to go. But every now and then I like to do TikTok and just have a little fun, maybe once a month. So that mic plugs in good to this $60 little thing that plays music. But I don't even use that. I don't need I using the actual laptop mic. A lot of stuff is straight up BS lies that you think you need that you don't need. So all you got to do is be yourself. So number 10, okay, was actually, what is it? Master your craft. Be consistent with your craft. What it say right here? Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. I know you heard the saying. Let me actually read it to you, just in case you don't know. Some of y'all don't know. Let me read it to you. I had to pull this up because I wanted to read this to you because I wanted y'all to hear what it said because, you know, a lot of people just lost on what it means. It says, the phrase jack of all trades, master of none refers to someone who is what is it called? Competent in many different skills or areas of knowledge, but lacks expertise in any particular one. Meaning you don't know nothing. You know a lot, but you don't really know nothing. You're not an expert on nothing, but you kind of like know everything. I know y'all press 2 if you know a lot of family members and loved ones that know everything. But when you really, when it comes down to them really getting you through cooking or getting you through cleaning or getting through fixing a car or getting through telling you how to raise kids or getting through being kind and being humble and keeping a job or knowing how to finance and purchase a car and all that. If you know, they are not successful in none of that, but they always giving you advice. Press 2 if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, damn. Did you look? Good Lord. It's a bunch of them out there always giving advice. But when you look at they don't look like they blind to their own life. They don't have nothing. And they always coming to you with their hand out. Or somebody you know, you heard about, asking, can I get a little? But they talking crazy to everybody and disrespecting everybody. Listen, those are right there are jack of all trades, a master of none in their head. Only here. I'm going to put my eye out. Only here. Okay? In their head, they know everything. Wish I would listen to a clown like that. So I'm trying to tell you that master your craft, and it don't take much to master your craft. I don't get how people can be so consistent at their 9 to 5. I don't understand it. That really, I'm gonna be honest. My passion is so serious and deep. I just don't understand how people can be so passionate at their 9 to 5, and I know you don't like it. I know you're on the plantation, But I'm telling you right now, AI is about to swallow you up 100%. No doubt. Best believe that. AI coming. So since everybody is about to get hired from AI jobs that know how to do it, that's where you should be. If you want to do a 9 to 5, you should be learning AI. It don't even take much to get a trade or a license in AI. Less than pretty much some of these companies are less than 6 months, less than a year, less than 2 weeks, less than 6 weeks. You can actually master AI and they will hire you. If you want to do that, they will pay you 100 stacks to 150,000 stacks a year if you don't mind staying 9. But you got to do at least that. You better go where the trend is going if you're going to stay in the 9 to 5, because they're going to replace you with robots and data analysts. I used to put scripts. I used to load scripts before the public knew about AI with Cisco, with the sales. And we had to go fix them with fiber optics and run cable. I wasn't running no cables to nobody's house. They're dealing with TVs and trying to make sure they internet. But no. Your cell sites, okay, and companies, businesses behind actually walls when they tall, looking like fake palm trees. I was up in them bad boys right there. Okay, they pay mad cash to make sure 30,000+ people can have their cell phones popping and rocking on a regular basis, paying $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a month. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you, if you want to be with the trend, you got to be in that area. No degree, no trade, but because I was involved with one of the trades, I'm making mad cash, and you can do the same thing. So you got to follow the trend. Get out trend. You get out your head and thinking that I'm stuck, I'm getting a check for the rest of my life, I'm good. Stop it. If you want to do a faceless video, when my YouTube video course comes out, which will probably be, it's already done, I just haven't loaded it yet, be done next week. That's one. I'm not trying to upsell you. I'm trying to just tell you, if you want things that are simplistic and right there and you can understand it and do it, and you want to be faceless, I show individuals how to do it. And I made it plain because I had to get rid of one of my actual social media because it was long. It was 4 hours plus, and it was just too much for people. People don't want to know all of that. So I had to condense it. I had to literally pay for another course on Udemy. Listen to me. Type 3 in there if you know anything about Udemy. I'll wait, and then I'm going to close this out. Type 3 if you know about Udemy. Clove, don't be typing 3 just because you like typing the number, man. Don't be typing 3. I need you to really know. Okay, good. Rain Blossom, Kimberly, there, good. You know about Udemy. I had to take, now let me say this last thing. I had to go take a test. No, take a class. How to teach on the structure. It cost me $29.99, $30. And it wasn't about YouTube. I wanted to know, okay, if I'm teaching now today, modern, in the 2025 plus, how fast, how much, that I don't lose people in engagement, what the class is supposed to be, how long each module is supposed to be. They said your heavy hitters should not be no longer than 30 minutes. Try to condense it down to 20. But every module should be less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. And it should be no more than 15 modules so you won't lose their attention to something they can complete. Get to the end of it. My modules used to be 30, 50 plus long. And each video will be 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. And one that I did was that I never put it out. It was like an hour each long and like 4 modules, 4 hours. I'm like, damn, man. So I actually took another class in Udemy. Hold on, I need to see another person's structure because this guy might be just fluff. Click this. This was literally teaching me how to teach. I'm a teacher by trade. This is what I do. But I'm like, wait, hold on, man. Somebody called me and said, man, that stuff's too long. So I had to literally okay, what am I doing here? Yeah, you just, it's too long, man. I don't know what to tell you. So I took another one. That one was $59.99, $60. That's called investing in myself. I wanted to know in today's time how to make sure to get my point across and not keep people stuck feeling like, man, this is long. Am I going to ever get through it? And then I even said in 7 days, this should be over. You should be posting your first YouTube video. And the beautiful thing about StreamYard, go ahead and put it out there. I even did a small overview on StreamYard. The reason why I did it in the YouTube course, because I wanted people to know that you got Streamlabs, got OBS, you got Riverside, you have Ecamm Live. What else you got out there? StreamYard is too. This one, you got a bunch of them out there, and I'm still paying for Ecamm Live. I gotta have it. I like that one. Sometimes it comes into play, and then I'm paying for StreamYard. But StreamYard and Streamlabs is kind of like neck and neck. But StreamYard is, I like it better than Streamlabs. But I didn't ever try Streamlabs, so I just got comfortable there. But StreamYards will allow you to do your facelift. All of them will, but this one's like easy for like somebody like my mother. So I mean, somebody that started out, I didn't know she started out her channel at the age of 75. 75. Let that sink in. And she's almost at 100,000 because she can't really, she's 80 years old, celebrating her 80th birthday. She can't move around like she used to. I was like, what happened? So when you look at her sweet potato pie, you look at all the videos she posted, she was 75. I thought my mama was looking so young. I thought my mama was like 67, 66. She was 75. So I'm just saying that she knew how to use a tripod with an actual webcam and StreamYard. And I was like, Mom, you might want to just be faceless. You ain't got to show your face. Just show your hands, show you cooking. You ain't got to show your face. No, I'm beautiful. I said, wow. Okay, now she didn't mind showing her face. StreamYard and a lot of platforms, you don't never have to show your face. You could just teach. You could just teach the background, share the screen. Is just like Zoom, except a lot more innovative, and you could control it better. You can add a lot more things with it. You can add and upload your music, your thumbnails. I don't really teach the whole heaviness of StreamYard like that. I'll do it if the students ask and request me to do it. I'll load one. But for the most part, things are so simple and easy. And if you don't want to show who you are, it ain't difficult. I should tell people, forget 1,000 followers on YouTube. Try to get yourself 500. Forget trying to get 10,000 on TikTok. Just get 500 and slap one product on that bad boy. Ain't no way one product ain't going to make it to 40 to 60K by the end of the year if you just be consistent, and do these steps that I tell you to do. Ain't no way. And once you gonna learn, one thing beautiful about this space, once you realize that $30,000 to $60,000 ain't nothing to one product because there's millions of people looking for you, and the algorithm will send them to you if you be consistent. That's the power. You're not really trying to get followers of your followers. You're trying to get AI. You're just trying to do the job right. The job is AI, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. If you follow their algorithm, they're going to send you more people over and over and over again. That's what they do. They can't stop themselves. That's part of the algorithm. They're happy and they're rewarding you for being consistent. It's not about you're trying to get your family and friends and what. No, you're being consistent. So the algorithm of that platform will reward you. They feel you are serious about your craft. And I'm telling you, you got yourself one product. You want to do one-on-one calls on an affiliate, but just have one affiliate link and one product that you created. You can clear a good solid $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 every year. Then on top of that, beautiful thing about it is you're going to see how good it is. You're going to create another product before that year is out. Now you got two. The next year. Now you got three. Before you get a BA, you could clear yourself $250,000, $300,000 a year every single year. Ask me how I know. And that's a bad year. Okay? So stop playing with yourself and playing out here, clowning with yourself, pause, sitting up there doing to get yourself a degree and get a AA, a BA. I'm not knocking that. Those are very good stepping stones. But be real with yourself. How you gonna cap me on a plantation after I went out my way and listened to mom and dad, and I knocked out a BA, I knocked out a master's degree, I even went further and got my PhD, but I minimally knocked out an AA and a BA, and you gonna cap me at 45 to 100 stacks a year and let some dude like me come along or some lady that's 75 years come along and just post 1 to 2 videos a week on a platform and clear themselves $100 to $200 to $300,000 a year every single year because they just being consistent. The math ain't mathing. And if you showing up every day, 8 hours to 10 hours a day on the road, on traffic, and you ain't even happy. You ain't disrespecting family members with your attitude because you're mad, because life ain't the way it's supposed to be, because you know they just disrespecting. You know you cap. You know you worth more than that. I'm just telling you, the formula ain't hard. I done did it 10 times over. This is like easy for me, okay? I'm working on just buying a ride that I want and paying stuff off and making my stocks fatter. That's it. But the beauty of it all, I get to teach people how to do the same thing. You don't know how many calls and emails I get asking me to teach and to coach. I ain't giving up my time. I don't care. The highest I took a phone call was $10,000 for teaching for 10 days. No, for 30 days. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. I'm too busy to be giving up 30 days of my life to you for 10 racks. I wouldn't do it for 100 stacks. Ain't gonna happen. You can't buy me. No, I like my time for my family members. I like my time for me. I like my time for just making sure that I can scale up. And that's what it is, scaling up with a business. So stop trying to be a jack of all trades and stop being a watcher. I know you've been on this train for a long time. Ain't you ready? Don't you got your ticket? Ain't it about time you get off the train? Ain't it about time you actually land at a destination? Ain't it about time you actually let people see you shine? Tell them what you already know, that you are a master at fishing. You are a master at taking care of dogs. You are a master at actually raising chickens. You are a master at actually vegetables and fruit and planting. You're a master at actually knowing how to shoot and take care of events at weddings and events and camera equipment. Ain't it about time you share with the world your skills? You're a master at actually gaining gains with actually weights and losing weight. Ain't it about time you let your skills out? Ain't it about time you stop being scared at the actual system? It ain't the white man, it's the actual system and machine they put together to keep you on the actual form, calling you chattels. They didn't docked and made sure they took advantage of your mama and your daddy, and got your mama and your daddy teaching you how to be part of their farm on their plantation so they could get paid and get money. They keep 90, you get 10. Ain't it about time you tell your children something a little different? Ain't it about time? Ain't it about time you do a little bit change? Don't be scared. I know you didn't put in about 10, 15 years at the same spot. My queen up in here right now. That girl knocked out not only an AA, she graduated. No GED. Ain't nothing wrong with a GED. But get it. Finish. She graduated. She went and got her AA. She went and got her BA. She went and got her master's. Okay? She done took care of all of these. And they capped her. Went through all of that and never reached 60,000. Gave up not 5, not 10. Gave up by the time she left, I can't remember. She had gave up 13 years. Gave up, 17 years? I don't know if it was 13 or 17. I know it was 15 plus years in the education field. And she never reached 60,000. Had good credit in the 700 club. That's disrespectful. Major disrespectful. And what I do, graduate, that's it. I just graduate and then I go get a blue collar job. My blue collar job is paying me. Then I go get a trade. I graduate and I get a trade in Cisco. Okay, certified in Cisco, passed the test, and now I'm making myself what? 13, $15,000 a month. That's over 100 stacks. So when we bought our house together, the loan officer said, he make more. We need to use him on the loan. Your credit better, but he make more. The system is rigged, man. And y'all ain't understanding. It ain't meant for you to be so educated that they got you covered. And the more educated you are in their system, emphasis on theirs. All right? Not you, theirs. Not your mama's, your daddy's, not your DIY, your self-empowerment, theirs. If the more educated you are in their system, the more broke and stressed and survivalship you're going to be. Ain't it crazy? Damn, that's reality. Ask me how I know. So after I got a hold of her, my queen, I had to show her a different way. It was a fight there because you kind of caught up. People caught up in what the master and the plantation told you. Not understanding that, hey, look, it's a good stepping stone. It ain't a forever stone. You don't stay sitting in one spot, letting grass grow under your feet because master gave you a tool and said, stay here. Now, because you got tenure, you've been here for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You don't want to leave. But you forgetting that he's going to spit you out anyway after you give him 49 years. And if you leave early at 44, at 62, he still don't want you. And now he going to bless you with a $1,200 to $2,000 to $3,000 for the rest of your life. Here you go. I got you. Really cap you out less than 2 stacks. That's how he do you. I'll dog walk anybody, any system. I don't care what you say. Ain't no way nobody going to sit next to Kareem. And you tell me that doing a 9 to 5 for 49 years, you outdo me in 5. I have some set up so tight in less than 5 years, really less than 3. And I have my residual set up, all of it locked in, that I can literally just chill and not do nothing like I'm doing right now, just teach it. I literally came up to teach after taking a nap on my big old couch. That's a chair. That's what I did. And I'm trying to make sure I teach my people because I got a passion. It was health first. Now it's health because health is wealth. And now it's business because I want you to be financially free. Because that's where they keep you at. They take advantage of your health and then they take advantage of your wealth. Your wealth is your family and your loved ones and you, your love, if your better being and your well-being. If you don't have this intact, how your body going to be intact? If you're not mentally here, focus on how you can take care of your spirituality and knowing how to love and love others and love yourself, how you going to grow? You're going to be a withered away tree that don't have no fruit bearing. That's you. Because they making sure they suck you dry. You one of them fruits that people are like, when they cut it open, you barely have anything dripping out. Pause. That's reality. Okay? Okay. I'm getting too passionate. I got to get up out of it. We passed an hour and 45 minutes. I appreciate y'all chilling with me. I'm going to let y'all go. I'll holler at y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Please subscribe to Kareem Media on YouTube. Okay, the link is in 4 Sides of Life post, and also my members put it right here. Okay, appreciate you, Clove. Appreciate you, Trucker, Latrice, Carrie, all of y'all and whatnot. Shady, all of y'all. I appreciate Savvy. I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me in the steps. I'm telling y'all, it ain't never too late. If a lady at the age of 75 set herself free, you can too. I'm working lots of hours putting together $50 less courses to make sure, because I have to look at it like this. If I was sitting one-on-one with somebody, they couldn't pay me 10 racks. But I look at it like this. Well, if I could put a course together, charge somebody $50 to put it simpler together, that's my one-on-one. Okay, that's my one-on-one. It's cool. I can do it that way. But I cannot give my one-on-one for one person. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I want to touch hundreds and thousands of people's lives to get them off the rat race. I can't tie myself for one person. So under $50, I have to put the Lego blocks together for you to make sure after you start your course, how you market for free. After you finish, after you market for free, how you going to do it? Because you got to be consistent. After you consistent, are you going to do a faceless or are you going to show your face? After that, you get the goal to getting over 500 people on one platform or combine 2 or 3 platforms, and you'll get your 3 to 6% return every time you post a video. It's like clockwork, man. That's it. And as you build and build, you're going to get good at it. You're going to become a master, not a jack of all trades. You're going to become a master in your craft. Okay? That's what's going to happen. That's the beauty of all. You're going to find out how you're going to become a master. And then you're going to see everything Kareem was talking about. Damn, I'll never go back. Every business owner I've been around, I know about 3 of them out here. 3 out here. They won't never go back. One is a doctor. Won't ever go back to a 9 to 5. They talk about it all the time. Won't go back. It's like, man, it's too sweet over here. We have so much flexibility with the machine. We trap like you, for sure. We got to pay taxes like you, but we got so much flexibility. Yeah. We have so many different moves we can make. We ain't, no. We have a lot more of this to that. No. That's the beauty of being a business owner. We won't go back because we know the power of having our free time, our time, to make the decision we want to do. Spend time with loved ones. Majority of our events in this state is at my house. And I know why. Because at my house, ain't nobody got nowhere to go on Monday morning. Okay? Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna go nowhere. We can stay up cleaning up because we ain't gotta be nowhere the next day. That part. So it's so many different positive things being a business owner. You can kind of like do whatever you want. You can buy from Amazon. This is one of my things. I love to buy it from Amazon almost once or twice or 3 times a week. It's almost like I got an addiction. I gotta find something to buy. And somebody, she might be in here right now. I sent that. You get that on Thursday for your daughter. That was just because I wanted to buy something from Amazon. That allows me to, I just got a trigger finger. Oh, it feels good. When somebody get an Amazon package at the house, if it ain't mine, I have an attitude like, man, that ain't my package. So I'm telling you, that's part of the perks of having your own business. Get mad about it that you ain't bought nothing on Amazon. Yeah. Okay. I'm not worried about the price of chickens. You know why? I'm about buy me some chickens. I ain't worried about no eggs. Go get some chickens and put them in the back and hide them from the machine, hide them from the Jesuit, hide them from HOA. Oh, I hope they don't find out we got some chickens back here. But I had to upgrade away from HOA. Yeah, you have to make sure that you live within the comforts of your happiness because they love to control your whole essence of you. Most of y'all, some of y'all don't even know, only heard about chakra and don't know what it means. It just means your spirituality and who you is and align with all the colors and actually energy that floats and connects with you and who you are to actually with the cosmos and the universe and the most high. That's all it is. Okay. Anyways, I want you to do that one thing before you leave. Talk to your angels, and you can say God, you can say Elijah Muhammad, you can say Master Muhammad, you can say Elijah Muhammad, you can say you can say what is it called, Mr. Smith, Joseph Smith, you can say Jesus Christ, you can say Buddha. I don't care who you say. Make sure you actually talk to at least an easier way. Just say, angels, help me every day. Let's do this. A little nugget I'm putting at the end. Angels, help me get to my goal. You know the desires of my heart. I don't know your name, know who you are. Put a name to it if you want. You want to use your religion, it's fine. The beautiful thing about any religion, the beautiful thing about you is if your heart is actually honest and sweet and pure, it connects to the Most High, okay? If you have love in your heart, it connects. It don't really matter. The innocence actually hits. It ain't about your ignorance. It's the innocence. So whether you're right or you're wrong, that don't matter. As long as love is in your heart and you being true to that prayer, you straight, it's going to reach this destination where it's supposed to go. Your angel going to help you out. Everybody got protection of angels around them. So tell your unknown angels that you ain't spoke to unless you know who your angels are, your family members are that have crossed over. Just say, I need your help. I need to reach my goals. I need to get there. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I need you to help me. And if you do that every day, you ain't got to write it on a mirror, but if you do it, that's even better because it'll remind you to actually say it. If you do that every single day, watch what happens. It won't even take 30 days. Watch what happens. You're going to get download information telling you to do something. And you gonna think it's your thoughts. Lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. You get those thoughts that telling you to do something that you lazy and you don't want to do, but it's positive for you and your family, do it. That's your angels trying to give you a message. Okay? Ask me how I know. This is how I got here. I know how to listen to my ancestors. I know how to listen to my angels. I know how to listen to the elders that's been here 20, 30 years before me. How dare you disrespect the elders, some of you clowns out here, and actually talk about generational curse when your butt can't even buy a burger. You can't even buy yourself a burger and your kids a burger and somebody else a burger all at one time, and it's only less than $2. You can't even do that at one time because you have to check your bank account, but you got the nerve to talk about generational curse. Humble yourself and talk to your angels, okay? So on that note, you guys, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have yourself a good night. The next live stream I do might be health. If not, it's just going to be business and health videos I post on 2 different channels because in about a year, Kareem just going to kind of have to fall back because I'm getting burnt out. My members know in HK Network, I'm getting burnt out. So I had to come do this because cryptocurrency, man, it was a car I was trying to get. And I can't get my car because that crypto didn't hit in February. It ain't like it ain't going to hit, but it didn't hit on my time. So I got to fall back and wait. So if I want to get this ride that I want and not touch my own personal stocks and bank account and savings, I got to grind out here. And that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, you guys take care of yourself. I appreciate you giving me your time. I'll catch y'all next time later on this week. If not later on this week on Monday. If anything, it's going to be health. Okay, so go over and subscribe to Kareem Media because that's where all the business gems are going to be dropped on a regular basis. The individuals that are in the health section, Kareem has been putting his PDF books together of secrets. I'm going to make my stamp because, I don't know. No one knows the hour or the time of the day and when they're going to be gone. So stop thinking that you're guaranteed to be here tomorrow. Stop thinking that you're going to be here next year. All we can do is hope for that. So just live for at least for the day a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, try to get your house in order because you never know, Start loving everybody. On that note, you guys, y'all take care. Peace.